All right, this is myth number 23, Brother Rabbit and the Other Beastises. All the animals conjoined together to build a house and gather their winter provisions. Brother Rabbit promised to help, but when them call upon him to help tote the pole in the brush, him make excuses and say his wife very sick and him bleed to stay home and nurse him. All this been a lie. Brother Rabbit, him schemy and lazy. He always ready to make a big brag about what he gonna do, but he never does come up to his word. He hate to work and he love to live off of other people's labor. When the house done build, the animal them fetch every man his own provisions and pack 'em away in his own place where he can get 'em when the frost fall and the grass done die and the trees done drop its leaf and its fruit. The possum, him bring a pile of persimmons. The squirrel, he fetch a hickory nut and an acorn. The deer, the elephant, the cow, them gather and pack away grass and leaf. The lion and the tiger and the wolf and all them animals who live off of meat, them catch the meat and dry 'em and bring 'em and put 'em away in the house. The bird, them bring them seed and them worms. The cooter, him have him corner too, and he full 'em long him biddle. When everybody done gather his provisions, them shut the door and go into them house to tend to them business and wait till winter come when them gon' live off of what them been put away. Brother Rabbit, him been a dodging about where nobody could see him. He done noticed what's going on. He been to make a plan. Soon as the house full and the door shut and everybody left, he slip in the house and put his eyes on everything and make up his mind to live atop of where all them people been gathering. He fixed one bed for himself. He gathered water and piggin and calabash to last him. And then he get two uncommon big horn and he go on inside and fasten up the door and make himself satisfied. He live there, he eat, he sleep, he pleasure himself, and he find his food right there in hand. This what Brother Rabbit love. Nothing make him so merry as to live off of other people. Frost fall and the animals begin to think about them provision where them been laying up in the house. First come the deer, and he try to open the door to get to his pile of grass. The door fastened. Brother Deer couldn't make out how that. He knock on the door. He knock. Suddenly, Brother Rabbit, who been hearing him all the time, take his horn, he talk through him to make him voice big, and he say, "Who that?" Brother Deer, him sort of skittish, and he feared to trust himself, and the big voice kind of scared him, but he make out to answer, "It's me, Brother Deer." Deer and Brother Rabbit talk through his horn, "What you want? You, anyhow." Brother Deer answered, "Me want to come in to get me food, and me been to put away me food to eat this winter." Brother Rabbit answered loud through his horn, "You can't come in." Brother Deer inquired, "Who you there inside?" Then Brother Rabbit take his biggest horn. He hollered through him so loud he make the house shake. "Better man than ever been you before." The voice so severe, Brother Deer scared, and he left, and he gonna tell all them other animals and say a big spirit gonna take the house where them provisions gonna gather. The animals astonished, and them all conclude to go and gang to the house and find out what the thing is. When them all gathered, them tell the lion, who been the king beast, to inquire about who they're inside. Brother Lion and him go on to the door. All the beasts stand around to hear what's gonna happen. Brother Lion knock, no answer. He knock again, no answer. Then he say, "Who there that's they in ya?" Brother Rabbit grabbed his big horn and he answered back through him with all his strength, "Better man than ever been you before." The voice sounds so outlandish, and it comes with such a big noise, the beasts all conclude what Brother Deer been telling them been so, and that the spirit him been take possession of the house. Them feared to bust in the door, and them all agree to leave. Them did leave, and them ain't find out to this day that it been Brother Rabbit who fooled them, and that ain't no spirit been there, none at all. You want to know the funniest part about this? So white people pretend that they believe in this concept of meritocracy, right? So they'll say that somebody like Elon Musk is a billionaire because he works hard. So he earned that, he deserves that, right? And they'll say that poor people are poor because they're lazy, right? But this story highlights the fact that you can work hard and have nothing, and somebody can not do anything but have everything. This story right here shows the fact that a lot of people who have so much don't have it because they worked harder than you. No, not at all. They have it because they stole something from you. it's funny because if you look at any job today, we don't even have to look at like slavery times or anything, right? If you look at any job today, for example, let's say you're a cashier at Walmart or something, right? I promise you, you're doing more work than the CEO. So I promise you, you come into work every day, working 8+ hours, standing up, not getting no breaks, etc., etc., etc. You ain't got enough money to go on vacation, nothing. You stressed out. It's, a high volume job, all of this stuff, right? I promise you, the CEOs are coming into work, maybe, having a meeting or two, jetting off to vacation, whatever, right? I promise you, you're doing more work than those CEOs, but you have way less. You make way less money, right? But for some reason, white people will try to convince you that you're lazy and that's why you don't have anything, even though you're working harder than the people who have absolutely everything. Then, of course, I got to take it back to slavery. Duh. Like, would I be Flower Tower if I didn't? For centuries, white people got everything, even though they did nothing, and black people got nothing, even though we did everything. So the ones going out to pick the cotton from sun up to sundown, they had nothing. They weren't getting any, reward from that. They were not getting paid. They didn't have a big house, nothing, right? But the white people who sat on their behinds all day, they had everything, right? So it's crazy to me how white people will sit around talking about this concept of a meritocracy. Oh, if you work hard, you'll get what you deserve. And if you're lazy, you won't get anything, because they want to convince you that the reason you have nothing is because of a personal failure, not because of a flaw in the system.